So welcome for today's lesson, Thrive Achievers by Thrive Tutor, Maths lesson, inbox 0762 or 0973 178100. So today's lesson, it is distributive and Morgan's law. So today we'll answer first part MCM test 1 paper 2020-2021 from Lungush University NS. So let's start with explaining De Morgan's law. So De Morgan's law, it is in easy. So if they have given you this, so if they have De Morgan's law, if they have given you like A intersection B, then they have put complement in. So for De Morgan's law state that if we are using this complement will multiply by A complement E, so it will be even A to E. So it is giving you what? A complement. Now when you look at E, this union will change it. Instead of intersection, it will be union B, right? B complement like this. So what if they have given you A union B like this? So if they have given you it's the same thing, we're going to do the same thing. This A will multiply by this, even this B will multiply by this, even A will multiply by this. So we just need to take note of this De Morgan's law. So it is giving you what? A complement intersection what? B complement. So it changes. That is what we just need to know on De Morgan's law. And another thing which you just need to take note, it is this. If they give you like this A complement, then if sometimes A complement you multiply, it's giving you A complement. So the complement they cancel itself. It give us what? It give us M. So just take note, because sometimes here they will give you question which has complement here inside. So if they give you a question which has complement here, so when you multiplying complement, you have here complement, right? You have two complement. So this will help you so that you know complement they cancel itself. So this is easy and what? And simple. Yes. So another thing which you just need to take note, it is if the same set, if they give you a same set complement intersection, the same set which is example A. So the answer E, it's a not, or which means the empty what? The empty set. You just need to take note of that. Yes. So you just need to take note of that. And another thing which you just need to take note, it is A complement union A. So it is going to give you what? So it is going to give you A complement union A. It is giving you the universal what? Universal set. So just take note of this. This is simple and easy. We can even prove this concept. Let's prove the same concept. Let's give an example. If it's A is Z, I'll just give you an example. If it's A is 1, then 2. Then I'll just give the example, the universal set, it is 1, 2, 3, and what? And 4. So I'll just give an example of this. So what is our A complement here? We don't want the number 1 and 2. So A complement, it is what? So A complement, it is what? So A complement, it is 3 and what? 3 and 4. That is A complement. So indeed this is simple. So that is A complement. So you just need to take note. Now if they give you, right, let's prove. If they give you A complement intersection A, what is the common A? 1, 2, and A complement. Indeed this is the empty set. We don't have anything which is common A. What about A complement union A? What is so this thing, A complement and E, if you combine these two sets, union, it means combining everything, it is giving us universal set. So indeed this is proven. So that is only thing which you just need to know, take note on De Morgan's law. So let's try to answer this question, which is from Lungoshu University. It was in the exam past paper. So this question says, let E, F, and G be N3 sets such that E and G are disjoint set expressed in a simple form. Right? If they say E complement union G complement, and 2 they say E intersection G complement union E complement. Now what should we do here? So this is simple indeed. So you can solutions, so you can write E complement union G complement. So we just use what we are calling De Morgan's law. So De Morgan's law, we learned De Morgan's law. So this E complement, you are writing this for De Morgan's law, it will be, this one will change. So it will be what? E what? This will change to intersection, right? Intersection G. So take note of this. They'll ask you, they like De Morgan's law. So De Morgan's law will be like this, right? So remember what I explained on De Morgan's law. This is simple. And here they told us, can we simplify this further? Yes, we can simplify this further. We know E intersection G. So what is this E intersection G? So they told us E and G are disjoint set. What does this mean? So a disjoint set, it's a set which does not have the common element. So if it's E intersection what? G, so it is giving us they don't have the common element, it will give us the note like this, right? Or the empty set. Yes, so a disjoint set give us the empty set. They don't have the common element. So the final answer, it will be what? A complement, say A intersection G will be this the disjoint set complement. So it is giving you what? The empty set. Then the complement of the empty set, it's the universal set. So this is right. Let's continue. We're going to learn a distributive law. So distributive law, it's the same as what we learned when you're doing mathematics. So example, if they give you like this, x plus 3, so you know that you are multiplying this times 2, then this times 3, so it is giving you what, 2x, right, plus 2 times 3, it's giving you what, 6. So similar to this distributive law, that's the same thing which we use. If they have given you this set which is A intersection B, then they put in brackets like this, then they say union B union C. So it's the same thing which we learned. So this thing will multiply by what? By B, and also the same set will multiply by what? By C. That is what it means, distributive law. So here it will be what? A, if we are going to multiply, it will be A intersection B, the same A intersection B, right? Pa, the A intersection B will multiply by what? A intersection B will be union what? Union B, like this. Pa, the same thing, union B. You are going to multiply this. Then write like this in bracket, we're going to multiply. Then here we remain with what? U. Pa. So the same this we're going to multiply by C. So we are going to have what? A, so which is A intersection B, like this. Then it will be union what? Union C. So the same thing which we are going to do like this. So that's how we answer. Pa. We answer like this. So that's how we distribute a set. Sometimes the set will be in the simple form like this. So this is how it distributes. Sometimes the set they'll give you like A intersection, then they'll give you B union what? Let's delete this. Okay. So they'll give you B union C. So it's the same thing. So this would deal with this. Then A would deal with what? With this. So it's the same thing which we are doing, A intersection B. So the answer of what? It will be multiplication A intersection B. Yeah, so don't be confused. This is simple. A intersection B. Pa. A intersection B. Then in between there is union. Write like this. So it will be A intersection what? C. That's a distributive law. Just multiplication. Don't be confused. So A intersection what? C. So this is simple indeed. So that's all. If you know distributive and Morgan's law, any question which they'll ask you to prove, it will be very easy for you. Let's continue. Question 2. So I've explained every concept. So just take note. How are we going to do this? So similar to this, we're going to multiply this. The whole thing will multiply to E. Even the whole thing again will multiply to what? To E, to G. So by using distributive law, that's the same thing which is will give you the same thing, because if you multiply E intersection G union E, right? We multiply by this, we go this, we multiply this. Yes. So the same thing, that's the thing which we are going to do. Like this. So this will multiply by E, then this will multiply by what? By G. So that's what E intersection G union what? E. E intersection G union what? G. So multiplied by everything. Then in between we put intersection. Then the same thing will give you like this. So again we can simplify in. I explained also this also can simplify by multiplying this which are in brackets. Again the same one, just use this so that you find the common element here. Again this can multiply by this, even multiply by this. That is a distributive law. So you can see me have distributed, it's giving us this E union E complement. That's what it's giving you. Per E union what? Because this is U. So which is E union E complement, right? Intersection G G complement union E. That's what you say. Intersection G complement union E. So we'll go intersection, we'll put intersection E in between, then we'll go E union G. So E union G. So even G union G, in between we put intersection G complement union G. So just as what I did. Then you simplify. Remember what I said here? Don't forget here the concept. I said the set union itself complement. It is giving you what? So it will give you the universal set, right? I explained this. So it is giving you universal set. Yes. So even here, then you go even the same here to giving you what? The universal set. The same set is complement union G. So G complement, it is giving you universal set. Even here will give you universal set. So here it is giving me what? Universal set. Even here it is giving me universal set. Now another concept which I want to explain, it is this. So if they have given you any set, if any set, let me use the whiteboard which you have left in. So if they have given you any set, just as they have given you any set A like this, then they tell you intersection the universal set, right? It is giving you what? The same set. So it's giving you, if it's A, it give you A. Just take note of this concept. If they have given you any intersection, because let's go where we wrote here the set so that you take note. So if they give you A, want to find A intersection what? Intersection the universal set, so that we prove the same concept it's true. So A intersection U, so U, this is the universal set. So it's giving us what is the intersection, which is 1 2 1 2. So the answer A intersection the universal set, always that is the same set. Yes. So similar to E question 2, this is the question, right? So here we were E. If they have given you this question, now this is the universal set, right? To this set. So always, if you universal set intersection, this the entire set, it is giving you G complement union E complement. Similar to universal set intersection U union G. So it's giving you what? The same set here. So that's why it's giving you the same set here, then the same set here. Then what is the final answer here? Papa E complement, giving you this. Use De Morgan's rule. Here this is De Morgan's rule, right? E complement union E complement. I explained De Morgan's rule intersection will change, then the complement will be outside intersection E union G. Now here we are explained that this is G intersection E. They told us that is a disjoint set. So G intersection E, that is the M set, giving us M set intersection E union G. So the M set, it is giving us what? Union. So union intersection E union G, it is giving us E union G. So this is where we end our today's lesson. So if you have any question, You can inbox me on WhatsApp 0762 51 43 4399. And if you want to join a WhatsApp group where we conduct lesson, we do it 100 kwacha, one course per month. That's what we do. So if you want to join us, you can join us on WhatsApp. Make a subscription which is 100 kwacha. You access document, even the same document, you access it. So we end here for today's lesson. Thank you for attention.